Welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports, where we are live for yet another Miami Heat basketball game. This one coming against the Boston Celtics. The Heat are riding somehow a 5-game winning streak. After losing 10 in a row, they have won 5 in a row, defeating the Warriors, the Hornets, the Sixers, Hawks, and Wizards. They look to test that winning streak tonight on the road against the second best team in the Eastern Conference. Record-wise, that is, in the Boston Celtics. Hopefully everybody is having a good week so far, as we are going to be live today and tomorrow for Miami Heat basketball. Tomorrow against the Grizzlies, which will be an interesting game. Today against the rival Boston Celtics, even if they are rivals anymore, at least who knows at this point. Either way, I am excited, and hopefully you guys are as well. As always, shout out your city for me down in the comments section. Let me know where the real ones are watching from as we are in this pregame portion. 60 people in the building here. It's always interesting when the Heat and Celtics match up. We'll ultimately see how tonight's game goes. The Heat and Celtics have played 3 times this year, so this is the 4th and final matchup. The Celtics are 3-0 against Miami this year. And if you actually recall, the last time the Heat and Celtics played, they scored 91 points against Boston. That is the highest amount of points they have scored all times they played Boston this year. They scored under 90 the first 2 games, scored 91 last game. Will they eclipse 100? That's the question of today's stream. That's the question. But shout out to some real ones tuning in. Sulan from Toronto, Arna from Austin, David from Orlando, Tommy and Tyson from Miami. Mr. is from 305. I see Austin, Bahamas, 305. See some people say nice haircut. Thank you. I mean, I had to get the fresh cut yesterday afternoon. I was off yesterday, so I took advantage, got a fresh cut. Shout out to my guy, Jarrett. He did a great job. Palm Beach, Savannah. That's where the people are watching from. 70 people in the building. New York City for my guy, Apachito. Not from Oklahoma City? I don't know. To me, I'm confused, Apachito. I don't know if you're from New York City or Oklahoma City. I don't know which one. Whoa. David, that is insulting to say I got the Peyton Pritchard haircut. Peyton Pritchard's got the same haircut as me. I ain't rocking no Peyton Pritchard haircut. That ain't how this works. I'll tell you that now. Ringing Liberties watching from Miami. April Gibbs is in the building saying, let's go Heat. Abchita says, I'm from the Bronx. I left OKC last week. Oh, so did you live in OKC, but then you just moved to the Bronx? Or are you from the Bronx, went to OKC, and now you're back in New York City? Let me know. Yeah, Kami Mode. I don't let it slide around here. No disrespect. Not that he meant disrespect. It's just I don't want to be in the same conversation as Peyton Pritchard, if we're just going to be honest. Pats fans watching from China. Perks in San Jose. All right, Apachito, I see you. Is it good? That's the question I have. I hope so if you're going across the country. Dave says Pritchard's a bum compared to you. That's right. I see Peyton Pritchard in the gym. I'm giving him buckets. I will say, no, he would actually cook me. He's one of the rare players that I'm around the same height as. Peyton Pritchard's, I think, 6'2", so it plays. I'm about the same size as Pritchard. So it's not like he'd be able to bully me with his height, but his quickness and speed, that I would probably be bullied on. Ty God's watching from Coral Springs. Mr. says, get off work at 8 p.m. on my break right now, trying to catch the first quarter. Well, we are going to be tipping off in what will probably be 20 minutes. Are you having issues with that? I think it's because it's countdown 2. It might be countdown from right now. Do you have the date correct? 2025? Yeah. I'll get you. What's up, Chase? Rudy's watching from Atlanta. Can Miami beat Cleveland? No. No, they cannot. They cannot beat them. They can't. I don't want to be like negative Nancy over here. Negative Nick, I should just call it. But like, what makes you think we could beat the Cavs in series? because we won 5 straight games, 3 of them against the 3 worst teams in the Eastern Conference. Like, sorry if I'm not moved by beating the Wizards, Hornets, and Sixers. Warriors and Hawks, average wins. Warriors without Steph Curry. Hawks are an average basketball team. And I don't want to be a negative guy, but like, I'm not riding home and celebrating a 5-game win streak when 3 of the wins are against some of the worst teams in basketball. I'm not doing it. Sorry, I'm not doing it. What I will do is show love to our sponsor on today's live show, and that's Prize Picks. And we'll talk about them here in just one second. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks, the daily fantasy sports platform I play every day. It's so easy. All you do is pick more or less on 2 or more player stat projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash right now when you can combine so many different type of sports, whether it's college basketball, professional basketball, baseball, hockey, esports, and much more. They invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. They have weekly promotions like Flex Friday, Taco Tuesday. For example, on Tuesdays, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25%. Provide even more value for your lineups. And I don't want you guys to miss out on the playoff race here in basketball, which Prize Picks is the best way to get in on the action. 3-player entry for tonight's game, as I always do. More than Jason Tatum and Bam Adebayo combined 17.5 rebounds. More than Alec Burks 2.5 field goals made. I think he's going to hit a couple 3-pointers, maybe a layup in there too. And also take more than Derek White, 2.5 3-pointers made. 3-player entry to win 4 times my money because I took a goblin, but you can customize the way you play. Especially get up to 1,000 times your money. Download the app and join the millions others on Prize Picks today. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. One more time, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Links in the description and live chat of today's video. Prize Picks, run your game. I appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show, as they always are. I feel pretty optimistic about that entry that I made. I feel good about that. I do. I think Alec Burks plays a pretty strong game. I think Bam and Tatum will absolutely get more than 18 rebounds. They both can easily get like 12 rebounds themselves. So I feel good about that one. And Derek White tortures the Miami Heat. So, yeah, I feel good about that as well. All right, 90 people watching. If you're ready for tonight's game, make sure you have hit that thumbs up icon. We got to get to 50 likes before we tip off. We are about, 17 minutes away from tip off? Yeah, the math is math in there. So if you're ready for the game, hit that like button. Show me you're ready to go today. As this NBA.com app, I think it lives to torture me. It's just absolutely ridiculous how it does not, start on time. I know we're 16 minutes away from tip, but, this is getting ridiculous. They just freeze. I don't get it. Why can't it just stay live? What's wrong with it? That's what I want to know. What's wrong with it? But hit that thumbs up icon. If you want the Heat to win today, too, you hit that like button. Hit that like button. I mean, this is just utterly ridiculous. What time zone am I in? I'm in Central Time. I live in Dallas, Texas. That's where the Chat Sports headquarters are located. That's where they're located. Wow, that was close to being a walk-off home run for the Marlins. Mets and Marlins playing today. Right now, it's 4-4 in the bottom of the ninth. I mean, this is ridiculous. Kyle says, if the Heat win, I'm going back to being a delusional Heat fan. I said this in the office as a joke. Heat win today, and I'll take them much more serious. The Heat are 10.5-point underdogs today, and this would be the one true win during this. If they win today, it'd be a 6-game win streak. Where I'm like, okay, are they actually playing legit basketball nowadays again? I think that this is the game where, if you want me to buy back in on the Heat, this is the game they got to win. I could buy in and making noise. Even though I do think it would still benefit the Heat if they ultimately had a higher draft pick. I'll say. I also asked the chat this. If the Heat ended up coming away in the NBA draft with Trey Johnson and Asa Newell as their 2 picks. Would you guys be happy, yes or no? Yes or no? Because I did a mock draft for our main chat sports channel today because I do lead our NBA draft coverage. And the way the board fell, where I was drafting for other teams, taking need, best player available, the Heat ended up having the 8th pick. They took Trey Johnson. I took Trey Johnson at 8. And then at 21 with the Warriors pick, I took Asa Newell. Get a front court member to join Bam and Khalil Ware coming off the bench. Good third guy to be in rotation with those 3. And then you get a scoring guard. Because in that mock draft, I'm going with like Tyler Hero becoming the quote-unquote like point guard of the team. He's been that all year long anyway. So might as well just become the full-time like lead guard. Trey Johnson plays off ball. It's interesting. It's interesting. Oh, Perks. Perks is off of Perk, saying that outside of Cooper Flagg, there's no other college player with upside. There's so many good college players. So many. Also, do you know how to change the multi-screen, Justin? Like yeah. You know how to do that? If you go to settings on live stream, and you see you'll be a multi-screen, put yourself like webcam as the bottom right one. If that makes sense. Yeah. So, I don't know what's going on over there. Oh. Yeah, but you got to make sure it's clicked onto the right one. So there's 2 monitors here. This monitor and then that monitor. You actually want to disable it on that monitor. So when you're on there, you just hit disable, no multi-screen. Yeah, so you got that, perfect. And then when you hit the drop-down menu and choose this TV, we want you to be on here. Trade for RJ Barrett? Hell no. Hell no. I ain't trading for RJ Barrett. I like Igor Demen, I do. I don't know if I would take him at 8, and if he was there at 21, sure, but I actually had Demen going, I think, 19th to the Nets. 19 of the Nets. That was my mock draft. RJ Barrett is not a good fit in Miami. Hard no on that. Hard no. This is number 1. So do you see the drop down menu? All right, hold on, guys. So you're on the 1. You just gotta so drag the webcam wherever it is. Hold on, it might have been up here. That one, and just drag it to here. There you go. Had to figure that out, folks. Am I trading Bam for Jaren Jackson Jr.? No, I'm not. This is our super chat menu for today. $5, I'm doing 5 push-ups as I do so often. $10, I'm doing shots. $20 will get you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame as always. Remember, we only have a select few of games left on the season. Get your name on the Hall of Fame. I'll take a shot to celebrate. Got my Patron with me today. So $10 shots, and then I'll do 5 push-ups for $5. 5 push-ups for $5. I also got programming news. I do. You guys think I'm bullshitting you. And I said this last time. You guys think, and I say that, hey, if we don't get good views, we don't get a lot of super chats on our streams, the bosses are going to start taking away some of the live shows. Y'all said that I was bullshitting you guys. Not true. Because Saturday night against the Bucks, no more stream. Monday night against the Sixers, no more stream. Bosses came to me and said, hey, we're pulling those Heat watch parties. I have to do the college basketball Final Four streams on Saturday night and the national championship stream on Monday night as well. So just letting you guys know, we have only 7 games left in the year. We'll stream tonight. We'll stream tomorrow against the Grizzlies. And then we'll be back for the final 3 games of the year next Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So you guys think I lie to you, and I said that in the future. If we got more super chats earlier in the year, I told you we wouldn't have this issue, but because we didn't, we are now. Just saying. You guys think I'm bullshitting you. I don't lie. I don't lie. You guys think I lie. I don't. I tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Yeah, no Rolly on Saturday or Monday. That's what it is. Under 10 minutes to go. Predict the score for me. What y'all think the final is going to be? I am going Celtics 108 to 100. 108, 100. 108, 100. That's my score prediction. 108, 100. I think that's a fair score prediction. I don't think the Heat win. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. We haven't shown the ability to compete with Boston. Not even win, compete. Compete. We've got blown out every time. I guess you guys can't handle the truth, Dandy Man. I see 108, 107 Heat, 117, 116 Heat, 105, 102 Heat, 115, 97 Celtics, 110, 100 Celtics. That sounds more like it. That sounds like more like it. Listen, the Heat have not been able to score more than 91 points against the Celtics this year in the 3 games they played. So I'm just being a realist. I think they get to the century mark today. They've been playing better offense as of late, but I don't think they win. 110-89 Boston. Randy says 112-109 Heat. 109-101 Celtics. 130-89 from Pats fan. I don't know which way that leans, though. Pats fan would indicate Celtics, but who knows? Nick, where can I buy that ball? Well, we'll probably do a raffle at the end of the year or in the offseason. We'll probably do a raffle. CJ does everything. Says, go Heat, go Dolphins. I love everything Miami. Many people out there do. Mr. Mister says Heat win 105-102. No Andrew Wiggins again tonight. No Duncan Robinson either. Starting lineup is the same it's been for the past couple of games. Tyler Hero, Alec Burks, Pallel Larson, Bam Adebayo, Kalel Ware. For the Celtics, I don't know who's in or out. I don't know who's in or out for the season. They had a lot of people on the question mark list. Let's see if there's an update on that. No Horford, no Jrue Holiday, no Porzingis. So front court for Boston is as thin as it gets. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Neemias Queta and Luke Cornett, I suppose. No Porzingis or Horford. That's interesting. But Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Derek White, all still there. All still there. Oh, this ball's customized, so I couldn't tell you where I can buy this ball. You'd have to ask my bosses. Mr. Mrs. Roy, I've always wondered how come you are a Miami fan. Are you even one? You think I'm not a Heat fan? I can't stand when people say that. It just drives me nuts. They don't watch the stream. They don't see how much passion we have, how disgusted I get with the team. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Chase Sr. is not the boss. No, he's not. You know what? Brian McKenna says F Boston. I like that. Let's get the F Boston chants going. Right now. Everybody type your FBOSs. FBOS. Hate the Celtics. Type the F Boston. Let's get this rolling. Baby. Get it rolling. Ty Man, Dandy Man, Arnav, Randy, Sulan, Kane, Board Cloud. Keep on spamming those F Bostons. Zizis, CJ, Tyson, Allie, Nate. No Wiggins today. No Wiggins, man. Wiggins doesn't play, unfortunately. Riley Shea typing those F-Bostons. Why is Wiggins out? Because he never plays basketball. He just never does. I like Wiggins. I think he brings a lot to the table. Unfortunately, you have to be able to be on the court. And he does not do a good job to that. He doesn't. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, man. I'm not, pining to trade him, but, if you're not going to be able to stay healthy, that's an issue. It's an issue. 4 minutes to go until tip-off. Hit that like button. Are you from Miami? No, not from Miami. I never lived in Miami at any point in my life. I'm from Rochester, New York, moved to Dallas, Texas. Hit that thumbs up icon. We got 171 people watching, but only 46 likes. Like the video. Help me out. Help me out. The goal was 50 likes before tip-off. We're almost there. Can we get to 65 likes before tip-off? That feels very likely. Can we get to 65? That'd be helpful. I'm a Miami Heat fan because Dwayne Wade. When I started watching basketball in 08-09 as a young lad, Dwayne Wade was the best player in the NBA at that time. You could make an argument him or Kobe in that time frame. I think it was Dwayne Wade. Thought he got robbed of not winning MVP when he was averaging 30-plus points a game. But it is what it is, and that's how I fell in love with the Miami Heat. Loved Dwayne Wade, loved the team, and here we are. Here we are. Keep on hitting that like button. Help me out, folks. I want to make sure we're still caught up live here. I get nervous. Have I ever visited South Florida? Of course. My family lives in Fort Myers, Florida. That's where my parents live. I've been to Miami 3 or 4 times in my life. I've been to a couple Heat games in Miami. Big fan. Boston Bob. What's up, my man? Digging the fresh cut. Thank you. Thanks, Boston Bob. Means a lot coming from you. Means a lot. Couple minutes until we get underway here. Continue to hit that like button. No, we do not have a Marlins channel. Kaimimoto's from Fort Myers. Nice. I love that area. Like I said, my parents live there. We live close to FGCU, about 8-10 minutes away from FGCU. Big fan. Like getting back there when I can. All right, we are almost there. It's almost time to play some basketball tonight, folks. If you're ready for the game, spam those mates. Who's ready to go? Boy Wonder's ready. Dandyman, Kaimi, Miguel, Kane, Arnav, Slilfin, Esflin. Sure. Mr. Time Man. Starting lineup for the Celtics tonight. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett. For the Heat, Tyler Hero, Pallel Larson, Alec Burks, Bam Adebayo, Kalel Ware. No Kristaps Porzingis, Jrue Holiday, or Al Horford for the C's. No Duncan Robinson. No Andrew Wiggins for the Heat. Center circle, we're about to get underway. This time actually on time. Thank goodness. Our stream's not behind. Ware and Cornett, center circle. Tip is up. Tip is won by the Boston Celtics, so they'll start with it. Larson defending Tatum to begin this game. Burks on Derek White, and Bam on Jaylen Brown. Brown gets the switch on the Burks, takes a fadeaway mid-range, and doesn't go. Adebayo grabs the rebound and will bring it up now for the Heat. Top of the key, resets it out to Hero, who's guarded by Hauser. He should attack this mismatch for the time being. Hero into the mid-range, probing, floating, and gets the friendly roll, and that's how the game scoring gets started tonight. A little Tyler Hero floater. 2-0 Miami lead. Jason Tatum, pocket pass to Cornett. That's a travel, no? No call, and he lays it up and in. It's 2-2. Bam Adebayo gets it into Hero as they bring it up now. Ware hands it off to Larson. Larson's played well the last couple of games. He drives, kicks. It's Burks in the corner. He gets it out to Bam. Adebayo drives inside. Step back two. I thought he got fouled. I thought Derek White him on the head on the behind the back there. No call. Step back three for Tatum. Comes up short. Ball tipped out by Luke Kornet. And Jaylen Brown can't track it down before it goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Heat ball, even at 2. Alec Burks will inbound. Heat wearing their Vice unis today. Where at the top of the key over to Bam. Bam thought about a three, didn't shoot it. Had a couple threes against Washington the other night. Hero inside, floater, off glass is good. So Hero with the first 4 points of the game for the Heat, and it's a 4-2 lead. Derek White over to Luke Kornet. Luke Kornet back to White. White driving inside, gets to the rim, lobs it up to Kornet. He comes down with it and then banks it home. So back even at 4, 2 minutes through this one. Burks over on the left wing, finds a curling Larson. He's being followed by Hauser. Larson Adebayo pick and roll. Larson inside, floater, fouled by Hauser. It will be 2 free throws coming for the rookie from Arizona, Pallel Larson. The game is in Boston. If you are just joining us, every stream we do, the scoreboard on the bottom is the home team. So the bottom team is always home. Larson scored 14 points in back-to-back games, and he makes the first free throw here. (5-4). Larson's able to make both, so the Heat lead goes back to 2. Jaylen Brown brings it up the right side. Bam defending Brown, which is interesting, instead of Tatum. Jaylen Brown lines up a 3, too strong. Rebound offensively by the Celtics. Hauser's got it now. Almost throws it away, but Jaylen Brown corrals. Brown working on Hero. Drives left, cut off, picked up his dribbles, turnaround mid-range shot is good. I thought he traveled on that shot as well, to be honest. So I guess the refs are just ignoring the travels today. 6-all. Larson hands it off to Hero, gets the switch on the Hauser. Hero gets a screen from Adebayo. Hero driving left, takes a bump, step back elbow jumper over Hauser is good. Hero with 6 early points on 3 of 3 shooting, all inside the paint. Jaylen Brown the other way, gets it over to Kornet, now to Tatum. Tatum's been quiet in this one so far. Lobs it into the Kornet, and Luke Kornet now has 6 points. So it's a Luke Kornet versus Tyler Hero battle tonight. Burks brings it up for Miami now. Gets it over to Larson. Larson driving, kicking. Burks lines up a deep 3 and swooshes it home. The Heat offense off to a hot start here, 11-8 lead. Almost 4 minutes into this first quarter. Brown driving, gets bumped by Burks, goes up with the left hand and finishes. So back and forth game continues in this first quarter. Hero gets a screen from Adebayo, works inside, kicks it to Larson. Open 3 for Larson on the right wing. Spins down and out. Celtics with the rebound. Brown comes the other way. Crossing over. Spinning on Burks. On the baseline. Out to Tatum. His right wing 3 is true. And the Celtics recapture the lead 13-11. Both teams have just been unconscious from the field to start. Adebayo hands it off to Burks. Burks driving, pull up, easy mid-range 2, banks it home off the glass. So he's got an early 5 points, and it's even at 13 once again. 5 of 7 shooting for Miami to this point. Boston 6 of 10. Jaylen Brown on the right wing. Gets a screen. Now just lines up a three. That one can't go. Larson with the rebound, but they're going to whistle Bam Adebayo for a foul holding Luke Kornet underneath the rim. Both teams have one three-pointer made. The Celtics are the best three-point shooting team in the NBA. Tatum to inbound, gets it to Derek White. White guarded by Burks still. Gets a screen. White probing, lobbing to Luke Kornet for an alley-oop slam. Kornet's just been getting spoon-fed inside. 8 points. 15-13 ball game. Hero gets a screen from Adebayo the other way. Pocket pass to Bam at the elbow. Kicked out to Larson. Now back to Bam. He's going to face up on Kornet at the elbow. Pull up mid-range 2 for Adebayo. Does not fall. Tatum will grab the rebound. Derek White the other way to Kornet. Now Tatum. Tatum working on Larson. Steps back. Nothing there. Now gets a screen. Cut off by Ware. Good defense there. And now it's to Hauser. 4 on the shot clock. Now to White. 2 on the shot clock. White is just going to turn it over. Well, excellent defensive possession by the Heat there to force the TO. That's going to do it in terms of the first little 6 minutes of action. Celtics lead 15-13. About halfway through this first quarter, Heat offense probably working at its best pace against the Celtics as it has in their all 4 matchups this season. Off to a hot start in this one. 300 people watching, only 65 likes. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon, folks. We need to get the likes up. We do. Let's get the triple-digit likes right now. It's reasonable. Also, if you want to help us grow the channel, some more super chats are greatly appreciated. Live for almost every Heat basketball game, including this one tonight, for free. But listen, it helps us go live more often, helps us pay the bills here at Chat Sports. It would be greatly appreciated, my friends. And we're battling the Celtics today, Chat and Allie, barefoot today. So it would be nice to get a win over the Celtics on the YouTube stream. I don't know where they're at in Super Chats, but we're at 0, so I know we're at least losing. So, would be very helpful, my friends. Remember, let's get to 100 likes right now. Let's get to 100 likes. You know, it's usually $10 for a shot, but if we get to 100 likes before play resumes, I'll take one in the house. I got the Patron with me. Why not have some fun? Why not have some fun? We're 10 likes away. Can we get there? Can we get there? Play is about to resume. We're 7 likes away. 6 likes away. 4 likes away. Play is resumed. Just came up short. Tough. Davion Mitchell checks in for Miami. Hero takes a seat. Haywood Highsmith in for Khalil Ware. Ball movement crisp here for the Heat. Lines up Larson for 3. No good, but Luke Kornet fouled them. So Khalil Larson, who already has 2 free throws today, will go to the line for 3 more. How off is this TV's coloring? I don't know if it's the light in my face, but I feel like this TV's coloring is terrible. Interesting. Larson makes the first, so he's got 3 points all on free throws. Larson makes the second, so we're back even at 15. Larson with 4. I mean, Paolo Larson just continues to show me that he should be an everyday rotation player for the Miami Heat. I wouldn't label him as a starter for next season, but he should absolutely be one of the 2 or 3 top guys coming off the bench in his second season, assuming he is not traded, which I don't think the Heat are going to look to trade him, but if they're trying to swing for a superstar and that team wants Larson as a sweetener, it's probably not stopping me from making the deal. Jaylen Brown for 3 on the other end, no good. Rebound, Luke Cornett. He has kind of dominated the paint early in this game. Tatum now has it on the second chance. Driving on Larson, cut off. Now stripped, fouled, but they're going to say Adebayo caught him on the arm. Game squad, I've wanted the Heat to lose for a while now. Because even if the Heat make the playoffs, I think they're just the first-round exit. So let's just get that top 10 pick in a loaded NBA draft class. Is Coach Spo challenging this? I think he is. Wow. Coach Eric Spoelstra has been a lot more aggressive with the challenges lately. He is going to call a timeout with 5.5 to go in the first quarter here and challenge that reach-in foul called on Bam Adebayo. I'm absolutely stunned that they're challenging this. Well, during the second timeout of the quarter, I'll tell you all about our sponsor on today's show, Prize Picks. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks, the daily fantasy sports platform I play every day. It's so easy. All you do is pick more or less on 2 or more player stat projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash right now when you can combine so many different type of sports, whether it's college basketball, professional basketball, baseball, hockey, esports, and much more. They invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. They have weekly promotions like Flex Friday, Taco Tuesday. For example, on Tuesdays, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25%. Provide even more value for your lineups. And I don't want you guys to miss out on the playoff race here in basketball, which Prize Picks is the best way to get in on the action. 3-player entry for tonight's game, as I always do. More than Jason Tatum and Bam Adebayo combined 17.5 rebounds. More than Alec Burks, 2.5 field goals made. I think he's going to hit a couple 3-pointers, maybe a layup in there too. And also take more than Derek White, 2.5 3-pointers made. 3-player entry to win 4 times my money because I took a goblin, but you can customize the way you play. Especially get up to 1,000 times your money. Download the app and join the millions others on Prize Picks today. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. One more time, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Links in the description and live chat of today's video. Prize Picks, run your... Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. I feel pretty good about my entry early on. Burks literally just has to make one more shot tonight. Bam and Tatum have already combined for 3 boards, and we'll just need Derek White to hit 3 threes, which I think that will actually happen at some point today. Hopefully. Well, I just heard it come across the TV. The challenge is unsuccessful for the Miami Heat, so the Heat have no more challenges the rest of the way. I will say this. I like when Coach Spo is aggressive with his challenges. I do not think that was a good time to challenge, though. I thought it was a foul. Well, Heat don't have any more the rest of the way. Maybe he did it to try to get Bam to get his second foul taken away, but... Christian is given crazy little brother syndrome, or only child syndrome. He needs to get his voice heard in the chat. Brother, no one cares. We know the Heat are not competing for a championship right now, man. Clearly still sad that the Heat, with Jimmy Butler playing, is 2-1 against them in the playoffs. Tatum has it, guarded by Kelowna Ware, who checked in for Bam. Step back three for Tatum, too strong, no good. Offensive rebound, Torrey Craig. That's been the story so far. Too many offensive rebounds for Boston. Tatum's been hunting this Kelowna Ware switch all night long. Driving on Ware. Step back. Tough shot. Good contest. Another offensive rebound by Boston. Pritchard checked in. He has it. Killed Miami the last time these two teams played. Pritchard probing on Mitchell. Elbow jumper. No. Another offensive rebound for the Celtics, and Luke Cornett taps it up and in. I mean, when you give a team 3 offensive rebounds on one possession, you're not going to stop them. That's just a joke. Alec Burks has it right wing. Looks like Celtics are going to a zone here. Ware inside, turning it and kicking it back out to the top of the key. Looks like it goes to a man-to-man defense. Davion Mitchell, step back 2. No good, but guess who's there? Pallel Larson, offensive rebound, fouled again. Pallel Larson going back to the line. First offensive rebound for Miami tonight. Larson actually had a wide-open putback attempt initially, missed it, got a second offensive rebound, and then was fouled on the second attempt. So Larson, who's already 5 of 5 at the free throw line, is going to go back for 2 more. Look at the young man work. Larson has a chance to put the Heat back up by 1. He ties it here with his 6th free throw. Larson 6 of 6 from the line. Wouldn't have guessed that one. Not only shooting that many attempts, but making all 6. Kyle Anderson into the game. Heat going a little bit bigger here with Mitchell, Larson, Anderson, Highsmith, and Ware trying to combat the offensive rebounds that Boston are getting. Missed free throw by Larson, but guess what? Offensive rebound Miami. So that's now 3 straight offensive rebounds for the Heat. Highsmith over to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell gets a screen, drives inside, can't make the layup. Rebound fought for, gathered by Neemias Queta. Pritchard brings it up on the right side. Gets it to Queta at the top of the key. Now over to Tatum. Tatum driving on Ware, kicking to the corner. It's Torrey Craig. He'll line up a 3. No good, and Kelowna Ware grabs the board. Heat have numbers if they push, 5-on-4. Highsmith, right wing. He's open for 3, and he buries it. And the Heat go back up by 3. Good job by the Heat by recognizing a man was down on the other end, and they just push to get an open look in the half court. 3.5 remain in the first quarter, 2017 Heat lead. Pritchard in the corner, working on Kyle Anderson. Crossing over, getting 2 feet in the paint, out to Tatum. Tatum now inside, lobbing it to Craig. Craig comes down with it, goes up with it, can't go. Ware snatches the board out of the sky. He outlets it to Davion Mitchell, and here come the Heat looking to extend their 3-point lead. Mitchell kicking to the corner. Kyle Anderson's made some threes as of late, and he'll make another. It's a 6-point Heat lead, the largest they've had all night. Rookie Baylor Shireman in for the Celtics out of Creighton. Tatum looking to answer with a 3. Too strong, no good. Larson grabs the rebound. Outlets to Mitchell to the corner, but Tatum steals it away. Tatum leading the break for the Celtics. Stops at the 3-point line and then throws it away himself. So turnover on Boston there. Second turnover of the game on the Celtics. He'd have only had 1 to this point. Kyle Anderson acting as the point guard here. Driving on the rookie Shireman. Euro step. A lot of contact. How did he finish that? A lot of contact. High arcing off glass. It's an 8-point Heat lead. A 12-2 run for Miami. Over the last 4 minutes, the Celtics have not been able to put the ball in the basket. That changes with a Torrey Craig backdoor cut and dunk. Meanwhile, Hero checked back in for Larson, so 25-19. Hero's got it left wing. Works with Kyle Anderson on the left side. Steps back, but nothing there. Now drives, kicks to Davion Mitchell. Right wing three for Mitchell. No good. Rebound gathered by the rookie Shireman. Pritchard cut off by Davion Mitchell, and he turns it over. Mitchell with the steal, leading the fast break, kicking it to Hero in the corner, but good transition defense by the Celtics. Now Hero gets 2 feet in the paint, can't make the shot as he tried to turn around over Shireman. Celtics now in transition, don't have numbers, so they'll reset. Torrey Craig has a corner three, no good. Rebound offensively, Boston. Pritchard lines one up, and he connects. So back to a 3-point game with a minute to go in this first quarter, 25-22. Celtics have 11 second chance points. Kyle Anderson has it top of the key. Gets a screen from Ware. Anderson in the corner, 5 on the shot clock. Gets to the paint. Turnaround jumper blocked, but it falls right to Davion Mitchell, who puts up a 3. No good. Kel'el Ware, offensive rebound. Floater, put back, no. But Haywood Highsmith with the second chance and third chance opportunity tips it back up and in. So the Heat now taking turns getting on the offensive glass to get some second chance opportunities. Lead back to 5 for the Heat. Pritchard, another 3-point attempt. No good. Ware grabs the rebound and kicks it out to Highsmith. Haywood says slow it down as there's a 2-second differential shot clock, game clock. He can practically hold for 1 here if they take a shot super late in the clock. Hero working on Craig, driving inside. Euro steps, swoops in and was fouled. So Tyler Hero, who has got 6 points in this one, will have a chance to add to that total with a pair. 7 seconds remain in the first quarter. Hero with 6 points early here makes that one to get to 7. Heat are 7 of 8 from the free throw line. The Celtics haven't been able to get to the line once yet today. Hero makes both, so the Heat's lead is now back to 7. 5 on the game clock. Pritchard is known for buzzer beaters. Step back 3 is blocked by Highsmith, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So one of the best quarters the Heat have played against the Celtics all year long ends with the Heat leading 29-22. I will say, if I'm not mistaken, Justin, I think you were with us. The first quarter, the last time the Heat played, they actually led by 5 or 6 at the end of the first and then got shit pumped the rest of the game.
Yeah, it was the third quarter where Tatum
went for like 20, yeah.
Yeah, just took over.
So let's hope that doesn't happen again tonight if you are hoping for a Heat victory. Now, some of you might be hoping the Heat lose here to get a higher draft pick, which I may or may not be in that camp. Interesting 7-game stretch here, folks. The next 3 games are tough. Tonight against Boston in Boston. Tomorrow against the Grizzlies, which the Grizzlies are playing bad, just fired their head coach, but second night of a back-to-back for Miami. It is at home in the 305. And then on Saturday against the Bucks. So you're playing 3 teams better than you in a row. You lose all 3 of those games. You have 4 games left against the Pelicans, Wizards, Sixers, and Bulls, which could be very interesting games. That game against the Bulls could potentially dictate who is the 9 seed hosting the first play-in game. Because the Heat did clinch a spot in the play-in. With the Raptors' loss last night, it will be another year for the Heat in the play-in, guaranteed. Boy, do I hate the Celtics. F Boston. Got a tight one in this Mets-Marlins games, folks. It's 6-5. Mets winning in the bottom of the 11th, first and third, 2 outs in extras. In extras. We'll see how it goes. See how that goes. Oh. There are some Heat fans in the building. Respect the Heat fans for traveling. All right, here we go in the second quarter. Heat were in their Vice unis today. They shot 45% from the field and got to the free throw line 9 times, made 8 of them. Kel'el Ware in the short corner. Kicks it out to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell back to Hero at the top of the key. Now to Mitchell in the corner. To Ware. Kick to Anderson. Corner 3 for Highsmith after good movement. That's an air ball and a shot clock violation. I don't know if that Celtics defender got a piece of that or not. But either way, not a good first possession of the second quarter for the Heat offensively. Jaylen Brown over to Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig has gotten his shots up tonight, man. Offensive rebound, Neemias Queta, and he kicks it back out to Pritchard, who will launch a 3. That one doesn't go. Boy, do you see the Celtics get up a lot of threes. We knew that. They shoot the most threes in the NBA on a nightly basis, but boy, it's even more than you think every time you come into a game. Hero inside, fouled. No basket, but Hero will be going back to the charity stripe for 2. Torrey Craig just reached in. Craig's already taken 5 shots. My goodness. And the Mets close it out. Big win for New York. Get back to 3-3 on the year. Hero already with 9 points in this one. Makes it 10 with that free throw. Pritchard will bring it up. He'll be guarded by Davion Mitchell. Pritchard really hasn't got going in this one. Struggling from the field. 1 of 5 after having a really good performance last time. Well, on cue, he gets a backdoor layup. So it is a 5-point performance now for Pritchard in a 7-point Heat lead. Davion Mitchell kicks it to Hero in the corner. Hero has not put up a 3 tonight. He kicks it back to Mitchell. Back to Hero. On cue, he shoots a 3. Hero no good. Ware offensive rebound. Floater put back. No good there by Ware. Derek White pulls up in transition for 3. Can't get it to go. Bodies hit the deck, but Highsmith gathers the rebound. Outlets it to Hero. Tyler pushing the pace. Crossing over on Jaylen Brown. Kicking to the corner. Davion Mitchell's 3-point attempt is good. And the Heat now have a double-digit lead. 34-24. The Celtics are 2 of 15 from 3. The Heat are 4 of 9. Pritchard gets it over to Derek White. White guarded by Anderson. Ball movement gets it to Queta. Spinning right hook shot for the backup big is good. No Al Horford, no Porzingis, no Jrue Holiday for the Celtics. No Wiggins. No Duncan Robinson for Miami. Kyle Anderson turns it over, trying to get it to Kel'el Ware inside. Only the second turnover, I believe, for the Heat tonight. Jaylen Brown now has it, driving on Kyle Anderson. Excellent defense, forces a kick out. Brown gets it back, 5 on the clock. Brown throws it away. What a good defensive sequence by Kyle Anderson and the Miami Heat, forcing that TO. That was impressive. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Hero's got it right wing. Gets it to Bam, who just checked back in at the free throw line. Adebayo spinning. Gets a right hook shot over Keita, and it goes. Good move. Decisive by Adebayo. You like to see decisiveness from him. Jaylen Brown the other way. Gets it over to Derek White. Back to White. Pick and roll with Brown. White just dribbling, going nowhere. Now gets a screen, launches a deep three over Davion Mitchell. No good. That was a horrible offensive possession by Boston. I don't know if they're just not looking themselves today or the Heat's defense is that locked in, making Boston look out of sorts today. Hero, Bam, pick and roll. Bam, jumper. Good! And it's a 12-point Heat lead, largest of the game. And now you're starting to see Hero and Adebayo really put their fingerprints on this one offensively, combining for 14 points. Bam scored the last 4 for the Heat. The Celtics need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. Spam those fireball emojis. The Celtics need a TO.
And if you're enjoying the whooping of the Celtics, like the video.
I mean, you could only hope this continues. Shout out to Christopher, King Jaden, Randy, Boy Wonder, Miguel. YFN. The Game Squad, Chill Guy. Moonlight, Chase, Florida. Keep on spamming those fireball emojis. Manic, Sulan, Richard. Love that the chat's on fire. Nothing makes me happier than the chat being on fire. I'm not going that far for the people. You know, one thing I can always respect about Heat fans, Justin, is that they get delusional really quick.
I think that's the sign of a great fan base.
Okay, well,
no pandering. No pandering, I promise.
Chill Guy says, I have a feeling we get a championship this year.
Because what's the fun in being like, oh, this team ain't going to do anything, X, Y, Z. But when they give you a little taste, it's kind of fun to hop back on board.
I said earlier, like today on the stream, if the Heat won this game on the road against the Celtics to win their 6th straight, like maybe I'll believe some things. But I can't guarantee. Derek White misses a shot inside, but gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. Haywood Highsmith left open for 3. Left wing, no good. Rebound offensively, Kyle Anderson, and he puts it back up and in. So it's a 40-28 Heat lead, and the Heat, who got demolished on the glass in the first about 5 minutes of this game, have been working the Celtics and doing some of their own medicine here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Jaylen Brown driving, can't hit the floater. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Haywood Highsmith, and it will stay with Boston. 560 people watching. Shout out to all of y'all. Derek White gets at the Hauser in the corner, who's hounded by Anderson. Hauser drives, kicks. It's Jaylen Brown, who's been quiet in this one. He gets by Highsmith, and Highsmith is forced to foul him. So Jaylen Brown, who just has 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting tonight, is going to go to the line for a couple. That was just a really good hesitation drive by Brown there to get by the outstretched arms of Highsmith. $7:20 to go in this first half. Jaylen Brown to the line. Makes the first. Yeah, he just got a new haircut. The new haircut kind of makes him look like he's balding. Like, his hairline's fine, but I feel like there was a bald spot on the top of his head. Did you see that? Brown splits the pair, and it's 40-29. Hero, left wing three, no good. He really struggled from 3 on Monday against the Wizards, and he's 0 for 2 early in this one. 11-point Heat lead. Difference in this one is free throws. Heat are 10 of 11. Celtics 1 of 2. Jaylen Brown works inside, misses, but gets his own offensive rebound and puts it back up and in. So a lot of offensive rebounds on both sides. Name of the game today has been who's controlling the glass. Davion Mitchell drives, kicks. It's Highsmith. Now over to Adebayo at the elbow. Bam, isolating on Cornette. Step back free throw line jumper. It's pure. Adebayo with 8 points. All of them coming in this second quarter. Excuse me, 6. I never know when ESPN updates or not. So now I never know if when I read it on the screen if it's before the play or after the play. It kills me. Pritchard, good spin move inside. Drops it off to Cornette, who couldn't make the shot. Gets his own rebound and gets it out to Brown. Hero rips Jaylen Brown. Hero out and running. Goes to the rim and lays off Derek White with the left hand. What a tough bucket by Tyler Hero. 44-31 Heat lead. And they just teed up Joe Mazzulla. They just teed up Mazzulla, and he's hot. Mazzulla is hot. I think he wanted a foul on that Luke Cornette initial layup the last time. Didn't get it, and just continued to get in the referee's ears. So the Heat will get a technical free throw here to extend their lead to 14. Tyler Hero is going to be the one shooting that. And Hero puts it through the net, so he's got 13 points. He's 5 of 5 at the line. Or did he want to foul on the reach-in for Jaylen Brown? I thought the reach-in was clean. I'll admit that I thought Luke Cornette got fouled on the previous possession. That's a clean rip. I don't know. I don't know. 14-point Heat lead. Celtics get ball. Derek White's got it guarded by Kyle Anderson. Screened by Cornette. White driving left. Elbow pull-up jumper over Adebayo. How did he make that? Tough shot by Derek White. White's got 4 points. Hasn't hit any threes, which we need him to hit threes for Prize Picks. Kyle Anderson ball handling, but there is a foul called on Jason Tatum off ball as him and Adebayo were jockeying for position inside. Tatum got a little overzealous and grabbed Bam. Tatum has had a rough start to this one. 3 points, 1 of 5 shooting. Davion Mitchell inbounds it to Burks. Hero takes a rest. Burks back in. Burks has 5 points. He dumps it off to Adebayo. Bam drives on Tatum, gets on the baseline. Good position. Turns around. Floater and one. Adebayo. The Miami Heat continue to just take it to Boston early in this one. Bam, with now 8 points in the quarter, just was able to tightrope the baseline, turns, got pushed by Tatum, and Bam gets the little right hook to go. Chance to get to 9 points in the quarter and the game for Bam here, and he does by converting the three-point play. So the Heat's lead is now the largest of the game at 15, 48-33. Derek White on the right side, bringing it up. Pickpocketed by Anderson. Heat out and running. Anderson to a trailing Bam. Oh, what a play, Derek White. One single-handedly stole it away from the Heat. Celtics come the other way. Tatum, left wing, kicking it to Derek White. One more to Pritchard. Corner three. You knew that was going in. With Derek White making that unbelievable defensive play to the unbelievable ball movement by the Celtics, there was absolutely no world where that shot missed. 48-36. We'll have a second timeout of the quarter. 4 minutes to go in the first half. We'll tell you more about Prize Picks here, our sponsor on today's live show. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks, the daily fantasy sports platform I play every day. It's so easy. All you do is pick more or less on 2 or more player stat projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash right now when you can combine so many different type of sports, whether it's college basketball, professional basketball, baseball, hockey, esports, and much more. They invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. They have weekly promotions like Flex Friday, Taco Tuesday. For example, on Tuesdays, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25%. To provide even more value for your lineups. And I don't want you guys to miss out on the playoff race here in basketball, which Prize Picks is the best way to get in on the action. 3-player entry for tonight's game, as I always do. More than Jason Tatum and Bam Adebayo combined 17.5 rebounds. More than Alec Burks 2.5 field goals made. I think he's going to hit a couple three-pointers, maybe a layup in there too. And also take more than Derek White 2.5 three-pointers made. 3-player entry to win 4 times my money because I took a goblin, but you can customize the way you play. So actually get up to 1,000 times your money. Download the app and join the millions others on Prize Picks today. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. One more time, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Links in the description and live chat of today's video. Prize Picks, run your... Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. We have 570 people in the building. I want to know who's going to be the first to send in a super chat today. Super chat menu for tonight is as follows. $5 push-ups, $10 shots, $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. Or write your name on the Heat basketball here. Who's going to be the person to pop the cherry of the stream tonight? Who's going to do it? Jalen Green won Western Conference Player of the Week last week. March Hoops, man. You said he got benched?
Yeah, didn't play a single minute of the Lakers game in the fourth.
Really? Oh, well, we've got our answer, folks. But it's not going to be the answer we like. It's not going to be the answer we like. We did get our first super chat of the night. So shout out to, I don't even want to say the name. And the message makes it even worse. It's a killer. It's a killer. We'll get to that on screen in just a second, but we are back here in the second quarter. Davion Mitchell has it, top of the key. They get it to Alec Burks, left wing. They now dump it into Adebayo, who's guarded by Torrey Craig. Bam, jab step, drive baseline, up and under. No called, no good from Adebayo. Celtics get the stop they were looking for out of the timeout and push the pace. Tatum guarded by Bam in the left wing. Tatum driving on Bam, runs into Kyle Anderson, who forces him to pick up his dribble and kick it out. Derek White now, guarded by Mitchell, 5 on the shot clock. Derek White just tosses up a deep 3, and they're going to call foul on Mitchell, which is tough because the Heat don't even have the ability to challenge this. And now Davion Mitchell has been teed up. So multiple technicals given out here in the first half. Tatum's going to go to the line for the technical, and then Derek White's getting 3 free throws. Tatum makes the free throw, so it's 48-37. Shout out to Kansas City Chiefs fan from Caucasian, Australia, says go Boston Celtics. So we got a Chiefs fan saying go Celtics. Tough life. Heat fans, are you really going to allow the only super chat today to be from an op? But appreciate it, my friend. Derek White made the first free throw, so it's now, no, excuse me, that was Tatum. Now Derek White's at the line for 3. Derek White misses. Ball doesn't lie. Wasn't a foul. Ball doesn't lie. Wasn't a foul. Derek White's second is good, so it's a 10-point game. He makes this final free throw, and it'll be a single-digit ball game. White goes 2 of 3, so it is a 9-point Heat lead. The Heat turn it over. Wait, no, they get it back. Almost looked like a turnover, but now Mitchell has it. Swung around to Highsmith, now in the corner for Burks. He's doubled, but gets it out to Anderson. Anderson driving on Pritchard. Euro step, floater, no good. Rebound, out of bounds. It will stay with Miami, though. It will stay with Miami. I mean, that's a good look for Anderson. One that he usually makes, but just was unable to get it there. Hero checks back in for the Heat here in the final 4 minutes of the first half. So does Paul Larson. So Mitchell, Hero, Larson, Bam, and Anderson. Mitchell gets it in right at the end of the 5 seconds to Bam. It swung around to Anderson. Anderson driving and hits that floater as he was falling to the ground over Peyton Pritchard. Kyle Anderson's got 9 points in the first half. Jason Tatum driving inside and just smokes the lefty layup. He got scared of Bam, and he missed it. Larson up and running, lobbing it to Hero. Hero tried to go up and under it and missed it. Hero should have just came down from that one. Pritchard the other way, guarded by Larson, now Hero. Hauser 3, no good. Hero grabs the board. He'll lead it across the timeline for Miami and now works it into the Heat half-court offense. Anderson isolating on Pritchard, using that size advantage, backing down, swooping in, floater, no good. Rebound Torrey Craig, and here comes Boston. Craig gets it to Tatum on the low block. Tatum spin fadeaway over Mitchell, no good. Jason Tatum has been horrible tonight. 1 of 7. Also, him taking a fadeaway 14-footer when he has got Davion Mitchell on him, why is he doing that? Yeah, it's soft indeed. Davion Mitchell driving by Hauser, gets by him and lays it up and in. 2 minutes to go in the first half. The Heat lead 52-39. Pritchard gets a screen by Tatum. Larson defends, now gets it over to Derek White. White inside the Tatum, but they're going to say Davion Mitchell grabbed him before he got the ball, so it'll be foul side out for Boston. Derek White gets it off the inbound. Floater, no, but they're going to call Larson with a foul. And now the fouls are starting to stack here for the Heat. That's the 5th on them in this period. And the Celtics are going to the line for 2. This will be Derek White, who's got 6 points in this game, 2 of 3 from the line. Shout out to AKA Miami, says go Heat, F the Celtics. There we go. So I like the response there from AKA Miami. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you. Thunder on a 10-game win streak. Celtics on a 9-game win streak. And the next largest win streak is your Miami Heat at 5. So one win streak is coming to a close today. Derek White makes both free throws, so the Heat's lead is down to 11. Heat break it pretty easily. Now Highsmith driving, spinning, and hits the floater over Pritchard. You press, we make you pay. 13-point Heat lead once again. 90 seconds remain in the half. Like when the Heat are targeting Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard can defend, but he's just undersized, which limits him. It's stolen away by the Heat. Bam Adebayo comes up with the loose ball. Outlets it to Davion. He goes headed, shoulders right into Hauser, who has no choice but to foul him, and it will be 2 free throws coming for Davion Mitchell. Impressive move by Highsmith on that last possession, but I like this attack by Davion Mitchell even more. Go right into Hauser, who just grabbed Mitchell from behind almost. He have 9 points off turnovers. The Celtics have 0. That is one of the main reasons. They're calling that foul on the floor? What? That is horrible officiating. So either way, Heat have it. 1:10 to go in the half. Hero working on Hauser, crossing over, step back, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound. Oh, my goodness. And they just called a foul on Haywood Highsmith reaching in on the rebound when Tatum grabbed it. What a joke. What? There was no foul. Oh, these fucking refs. And now Tatum's going to the free throw line because the Celtics are in the bonus. Tatum makes the free throw. Tatum makes the second, so 11-point Heat lead, exactly 1 minute to go in the first half. Larson driving on Derek White, fouled there. Are they going to say out of bounds? Oh, my goodness. The last 2.5 minutes have been very bad officiating. 45 to go in the half now. Tatum working on Hero, step back. They're gonna fall on Hero. If they give him 3 free throws, I'm like actually gonna fucking put a boycott in this game. It should be 2 free throws for Tatum after the call on the reach-in. Thought Hero might have got the ball first. Two free throws for Tatum, so it was called on the floor. Tatum makes the first. Free throw merchant Tatum. He's got 7 points on 1 of 7 shooting. Agree. Tatum makes both free throws again, so he's now got 8. He's made 5 free throws. Hero bringing it up, guarded by Torrey Craig. Now accelerates, trying to go 2 for 1. Gets to the rim and finishes. Perfectly executed 2 for 1 opportunity for the Heat. Hero now with 15 points, a game high. And there's a 5-second differential shot clock, game clock. Pritchard, top of the key. Highsmith switches on defensively. Now to Tatum in the mid-post. Driving on Hero. Can't make the layup. Rebound, Burks. 5 on the clock. Hero pushing. Hero crossing over. Kicking to the corner. It's a wide open Highsmith 3 at the buzzer. It goes! What a fast break for Miami at the end of the half. Hero whipping it across the timeline when he had a 5-on-4 opportunity. Highsmith buries it, and the Heat will go into the halftime with a 14-point lead, 59-45. What a first half for the Miami Heat. Grade that performance for the Heat. A, B, C, D, or F. That's an A. On the road against the Celtics, that's an A. Also, our new live poll. I see a lot of A's. Well-deserved. Jocelyn, Eric, Lamb, Rome, Matt, Tyson, Big Dog, Game, Randy, Richard, Mannix. No other way to say it. Up double digits on the road against the Celtics? Yeah, that's an A. See a lot of A's in the chat. I can't believe what I'm witnessing in Boston, Massachusetts right now. Shout out to everyone getting in the comment section, grading that first half. Justin's going to get some first half stats. We'll go over them briefly. And then I got to actually head to the bathroom, so Justin will hang out, but we'll go through some of the stats real quick. Flo Larson with 6 points in that first half, all at the free throw line, went 6 of 6 from the line. Was aggressive. I liked what I saw from Bilal Larson. Bam Adebayo had 9 points, all 9 points coming in the second quarter, was scoreless and had 2 early fouls, but ended up having 9 points, 3 boards. Kalal Ware hasn't given you anything on the offensive end, but has snatched a couple good rebounds defensively, a couple offensive rebounds. He's got 5 of those boards. Alec Burks got off to a hot start tonight. 5 points, 1 rebound, has made both of his shots. Remember, my prize picks need him to make 3 shots, so just 1 bucket in the second half. Tyler Hero, leading scorer in the ball game, has 15 points, 4 assists, has not been able to find his stroke from beyond the arc, but has been dominating inside. He's gotten his left hand a couple times for a layup, couple mid-ranges, 5 of 10 from the field. Like the way Hero's played, not rushing anything, not forcing anything, taking what the defense is giving it to him, which has been the story of Hero's last 3 weeks, which has been why he's been playing much, much better. Haywood Highsmith, excellent first half, hit that buzzer beater 3 at the end of the half to put Miami up 14. He's got 10 points in the game, 4 boards, couple tray balls, like what I've seen from Haywood Highsmith on both ends. Davion Mitchell, despite getting the technical, has played very well for the Heat as well. 5 points, 3 boards, 1 assist. Mitchell, as always, bringing the tenacity on the defensive end after missing the game just a couple days ago with a stomach illness. What I did not expect is to have Kyle Anderson having 9 points at the half. I mean, Anderson has hit a 3. He's been able to take advantage of a couple mismatches when getting switched on to Peyton Pritchard and company. He's 4-7 at the from the field, 9 points. And that's the difference in this one. When you look at the box score between these two teams, the Heat's bench is the difference. The Heat have 24 points from their bench. The Celtics have 12. So they're doubling up the Celtics bench in scoring. And when you factor in the fact that the Heat have only turned it over twice and Boston has turned it over 7 times, bench points and forcing turnovers. It's the reason why the Heat are up 14, and they scored 59 points, which is well on pace to finally reach the century mark. Remember, the Heat, this is the 4th time they played Boston this year. First 3 times, 85, 89, 91 points. So hopefully they get to the century mark now. All right, Justin's going to take over, talk, answer with the chat. I'll play a deal. While I'm gone, going to the bathroom, we'll do half off halftime. So any super chats that come in, half off is what it's worth on the menu. So $10 gets you into the Hall of Fame, $5 shots, and push-ups for any super chat. So shout out to y'all. I'll be right back.
All right, y'all. Hey, I know everybody kind of wants the Heat to lose for draft position, but we got to love this. Whooping up on Boston? Oh, I pointed the wrong way. And I know, guys, I don't really condone cyberbullying. But if the Heat win, boy, Christian, you're going to be in for a bad look. Make Rolly do? Hey, I feel like we got to make Rolly a little drunk. It's only $5, so if you want to see drunk Rolly, sounds like a pretty fair deal to me. I'm telling you guys, I have a good feeling about this one. I know last time the Heat played the Celtics, it kind of played out the same way, more or less, for the first 2 quarters. But Tatum exploded in the third. I don't know. 1 of 8 right now. Tatum's kind of playing pretty lethargic. I am not. I am his producer, Justin. Oh, Antonius, if it was April 1st, I think it might play. But I don't think it would April 2nd, so to speak. But who do y'all think was the MVP for the Heat in the first half? I'm going to be honest. I think Kyle Anderson provided a real spark. We saw it, 9 points. Obviously, Hero had his 15, but Kyle Anderson kind of playing well today. Cannot lie. I like that Sulon. Haywood Highsmith has been playing well as well. Tonya says team effort. Hey, I agree. Dude, Alon, you're not kidding. I'm honestly surprised. I was thinking to myself, man, Kyle Anderson has been playing a lot of minutes. Who isn't playing right now? And then obviously it's Jaime Jaquez. Bam. I like that answer. Today they're beatable. Honestly, I think the Heat low-key for 3 quarters can stick with any team in the NBA. It's the 4th quarter every single time that gives the Heat a lot of trouble, as you guys all know. Because for most of the streams that I've been on, the Heat have been in the game through 3 quarters, or even leading the game through 3 quarters, and then they just blow the lead in the 4th. Porzingis is not playing. So, yes, Celtics fans will say it comes with an asterisk. No Al Horford. No Porzingis. But, I mean, the Heat don't have Duncan Robinson. They don't have Andrew Wiggins. And honestly, I think the Heat do have a little momentum going these last couple of weeks. Obviously, beating Jimmy Butler in Golden State was huge. Still on this win streak. This would be another, I guess, tally in the confidence boost, because honestly, they're set at what they are. They're probably going to be the 9 or the 10 seed. It is what it is. I don't see them catching the Hawks or anything like that. And if we're being honest, they could totally beat the Bulls. And who's to say that they don't win the loser of the 7-8 matchup? And what do we know about Miami's MO? I'm sorry. They always kind of turn it on at the end of the season. Come playoff time, they're technically in the play-in. So, technically it is playoff time. Tyman, you're right. I can't believe your Cavs have kind of fell off, so to speak. Seems like the three-point shooting regressed to the mean. Hey, Christian, it may have an asterisk, but it doesn't mean we don't get to troll you. So it is what it is. That not so fun when the rabbit has the gun. Hey, Sulan, if you want to go over there, by all means, go ahead. Spam Ali's chat. Tell him that we sent you. Oh, looks like Rolly's back.
All right, I'm back. No super chats came in. I gave you guys an opportunity. Gave you guys an opportunity during halftime while Rolly was gone, but didn't take advantage of it. Shame, shame, shame. How much to make to take a shot every Hero 3? That's a fun idea. Like, send a super chat like in before the game, and it's just like almost like a gamble. It's like a $20 super chat before the game. If you specify like Hero 3s or something like that, you like take a shot every time he makes a 3. Could end up happening no times. Could end up happening 5 times. It's actually an interesting idea. Going forward, we're going to try that. We're going to do that maybe going forward. That could be a fun idea. That'd be fun. Do I think we're going to make the second round of the play-in, a.k.a. winning the first game? We'll see, man. The way the Heat have played over the last 5 games and a half, they look like a team that could be in the playoffs, but if you look at what they've done against the Chicago Bulls this year, it doesn't give you a lot of confidence. They're doing some NBA history. Champions of the world, Miami Heat, 2006 against the Dallas Mavericks. Justin was very happy about that. Not that he's a Heat fan, he just hates the Mavericks.
Sad to say, 2006 me was not happy.
Whoa! Thought you said you were.
Yeah, I didn't. Remember, we flipped it.
Oh, that's
right. I was rooting for the Mavericks then, and then 2011 I was rooting for the Heat.
So you got your wish, or you got your.
I didn't get either of
my wishes. You didn't get your wish. All right, about a minute and a half, I think, until we get the second half underway here. Justin is a LeBron guy.
Correct.
So I think he roots for the Lakers, but you're just a LeBron guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's half off halftime. We got a minute and a half. We'll do half off halftime still. A.k.a. Miami. $2 super chat from my guy Zezus. Miami over Boston till I die. Oh. The Heat could be the worst team in the NBA, which they were for about 2.5 weeks. I'd still root for them to beat the Celtics. As much as I've been someone that wants the Heat to lose to get a better draft pick, I can't stomach rooting against or rooting for the Celtics in any capacity. Literally none. Literally none. I don't know who I would root for. I will say a Lakers Celtics NBA Finals is like my personal hell. I don't think it happens, but if it did, it'd be my personal hell. or even when it was a couple of years ago, Celtics Mavericks. That's as bad as it got for me. I've never seen a personal NBA Finals matchup be worse than that.
Honestly, low-key, the last couple of well, let me chill out because the Heat were in the finals a couple of years ago. But outside of that, not been a fan of some of the matchups.
Well, it's been 5-game series. Or was it a sweep last year?
It was
Did the Mavs get a game last year? They did, right? It wasn't a sweep.
I think in Boston?
Yeah, I thought they got one game, right? Can you guys let me know? Was it a sweep last year or not? Oh, a.k.a. Miami. Gets into the Hall of Fame during half-off halftime. Gets it right at the buzzer, baby. As the second half is about to get underway. Appreciate you for the $10. Oh! And he sends in another 5 at the buzzer as well.
They said, AKA said they want to see you drunk. So that's what we were talking about when you were in the bathroom.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I owe 2 shots for AKA Miami because he got into the Hall of Fame and then he sent another 5. We're back in the second half, so half off, halftime's over. But appreciate you, AKA. First one's down the hatch. We're back. Alec Burks has it on the left wing. He dumps it inside the wear. Take advantage, big fella. He's got Sam Hauser on him. Yeah, he's fouled. Sam Hauser hits him on the lower half. Tatum actually came from behind and blocked him. But Hauser bumped him on the lower half. All right, we'll get both out of the way here. Shout out to you, AK. NBA TV stream cut off for a second, but we're back. And Ware's at the line, and he makes the first. Heat's lead is quickly up to 15. And now 16 is Ware goes 2 for 2. I believe that is Kalel Ware. Well, it's his first points of the game. I believe this is a large lead. I don't think it got higher than 16 in the first half. Shout out to Daniel Kyle Raiders. Meet him, Mitch. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Daniel. Jaylen Brown answers with a little right hook turnaround as he got position inside over Tyler Hero. So 61-47. Bam drive kicks. Corner 3 for Adebayo. Bang! Bam! Hits the 3 to put the Heat up 17. Jaylen Brown the other way. Smokes the layup. Adebayo with the rebound. He's pushing pace for the Heat. Over to Burks. Burks drives inside. Layup is good. And 1! What a start to the second half for Miami. Burks was able to get inside, finish in the foul. So the Heat have a chance with a free throw to get a 20-point early third quarter lead. And Alec Burks has hit that prize picks for me. He's made 3 shots. Now I just need Bam and Tatum's combined rebounds to get to 18. It's at 6 right now. And then I need Derek White to hit 3 threes, which that one doesn't feel good right now. Tatum's got it at the top of the key as the lead is 20 for the Heat. Tatum pulls up over Burks. No good. Adebayo grabs the rebound. And then is fouled by Torrey Craig. Wait, did they bench Luke Cornett and go small? I think so. Luke Cornett actually dominated in that first quarter. Oh! Paul Larson! A poster slam! This is unbelievable! I can't believe you just threw that down. Sorry to cut you off there, Justin. Interesting. Bucket inside for Boston to answer to make it 69-49. 8 points for Palau. Bam guarded by Torrey Craig. Bam backing down. Now driving left. Pump fake. Doubled. Out to Larson. He goes inside on Hauser. Absorbs the contact and finishes. He's too big. Tatum, little kids. And now Larson and Tatum are having some words. Welcome to the big boy table, Tatum. Fucking soft. Softest star in the NBA. I can't stand that loser. He really is a loser. 71-49. Hauser looking for a three. He connects. First three of the game for Sam Hauser, 71-52. Adebayo in the Ware. No one defending. Ware with the dunk. The Celtics are getting put into a blender by the Miami Heat. Jaylen Brown, drive, kick. Derek White now works inside. Good defense by Burks, forces a kick out. And it's stolen away, but the ball will go out of bounds as Hero couldn't track it down. It will stay with Boston. Flo Larson drove by Hauser and then put the poster in poster as Torrey Craig tried to come over to help. Larson has 10 points after his dunk and then lay me over Tatum. That was tough going into Tatum. Went right into the chest, took the bump, and finished. Now, if he missed it, still would have been a bucket because there was nobody underneath the rim but Kalel Ware. Tatum gets it inbounded as they put Luke Cornett back into the game. Tatum guarded by Larson, driving inside, kicks it out to Brown. His right wing three is good. Jaylen Brown with the tray ball cuts it to an 18-point game. Hero sees a couple bodies crossing the timeline. Now gets a screen from Ware. Hero to the corner. It's Larson. Quick release three. And he says, thank you very much. Larson, 13 points. This kid's got to continue to play. Derek White looking for the answer. Bottoms. And now the Celtics are starting to hit threes. That's 3 straight possessions where they've hit a three with Hauser, White, and Brown. What an excellent possession by the Heat. Adebayo can't answer, but Larson offensive rebound and then was fouled by Hauser. The rookie Palel Larson making things happen. They dumped it into Ware in the mid-post, who got quickly doubled. He just quickly tapped it to the corner for an Adebayo three. It was great movement by the Heat offense, just unable to convert the opportunity, but then Larson's second chance opportunity got fouled. Larson driving, spinning, up and under moved, kicks it to Ware. Ware's free throw line jumper, bit too strong there. Jaylen Brown crossing over, kicking it out to Tatum. His three-point attempt, no good. He can't buy a basket. White, offensive rebound, back out to Brown, to the corner for Pritchard. Now to White. Derek White, right wing three, just made one, makes another. And Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout as the Heat's lead is cut down to 15. 76-61 Heat lead. $7:35 to go in this third quarter. Shout out to Mr. Gio with the Super Chat. F Boston, let's go Heat. And then our resident Celtics diehard that we live rent-free in, Christian. How about win a ring before you talk trash, bro? Are you talking to Palel Larson or are you talking to the Heat chat? Because if it's the Heat chat, we have more rings since 2010.
Oh, I got it going. I was talking to Christian a little bit on.
You were giving him raw?
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Gio, and we're going to follow his lead.
That's what I'm saying. You take away the rings in the NBA when it was like 8 teams playing. It ain't that big of a difference, my friend. We're one of the youngest NBA franchises actually around, fun fact. The Heat's inaugural season, 1988. We haven't had a lot of time in the NBA. And we got 3 rings. I'd say our ring to existence ratio is one of the best in the NBA, I think.
It's like 4 or 3.
Let's see. Hold on, let's do the math. It's 2020. Let's see. 2024 is minus 1988. It's 36 years divided by 3. So it's one every 12 years. That's pretty good. Like, I know it's crazy to say every 12 years, but, like, it's not easy to win NBA Finals, folks. Shout out to Mr. Gio with the $5 super chat. You Boston people forget the finals real quick. He'd have 3 rings. It's fact. I do owe 10 push-ups, so we'll get to there. Shout out to Mr. Gio. Christian saying, you ain't won nothing since LeBron James left. You know, it's actually funny because, yes, we don't have a finals, but we've been to the same amount of finals as the Celtics over the past, like, since LeBron James left. It's been 2 for Boston. They won 1, lost 1, and it's been 2 for us. Lost both, just happened to be. All right. 10 push-ups coming your way for Mr. Gio. Thank you, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Appreciate you, Mr. Gio. Every $5 super chat, 5 push-ups. Heat's lead still remains at 15. Back in action here in the third quarter. Celtics put on a little bit of a press. No substitutions for Miami in the second half just yet. Hero, bam, pick and roll. It'll be a Hero floater. Just came up short. Got his own rebound and was fouled. That was an objectively funny play by Tyler Hero. He missed the floater. It bounces right back to him, and then he knew he was getting hit as he was falling to the ground. He just two-handed chucks it at the rim. Well, the Heat are in the bonus. So the Celtics committed 5 fouls in the first 5 minutes of this half. They're hacks. Undisciplined basketball over there in Boston. So the Heat will be shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. Hero makes the first. Tyler Hero playing one heck of a ball game to this point, leading scorer. And as I say that, he misses. Tatum at the top of the key. Gets a screen by Cornette. Gives it to Cornette. Cornette sneaks inside for the layup. Still no subs for Miami just yet, which good thing because this starting group has played pretty well in this game. Burks driving in, cut off, picks it out to Hero. Hero gets a screen, throws up a 3. He thought he was going to get fouled. Bad IQ play by Tyler Hero. Oh! Was that not a travel? Jaylen Brown clearly walked. Disgusting, no call. 14-point lead. Tatum driving. Good defense by Larson. Tatum fades away. Can't hit. Rebound tapped about out to Derek White. White, pull up 3. Already has 2 in the quarter, but can't make that one. And Hero corrals that rebound. Spoelstra asking the Heat to push the pace. Hero does. Hero works inside. Drops it off to Larson on the baseline, who stepped on the baseline. Yeah, Tatum has thrown up a stinker. Pallel Larson's got him in prison. I mean, it's been a complete lock him up, throw away the key for Pallel Larson tonight. Tatum now has it, top of the key. Will try another 3, hiding behind a screen. On cue, he knocks it down. Can't do it in isolation, so he had to call for a screen. It is what it is. You know, I know who the real hoopers are. Hero looking for the answer. Man, he can't buy a 3 over the past. I think he's now 0 for 10 for his last 10 threes. Jaylen Brown, 3-point answers. Oh boy, here we go. We're gonna lose. Leads down 8. We're gonna lose. I've seen this movie too many times. I'm laughing through the pain because I already know it's gonna happen in about 40 minutes. It's going to be 8:50, and we're going to be losing. Oh, that's brutal. All right, well, during the second timeout of the quarter, time to tell you about our sponsor, which is Prize Picks. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks, the daily fantasy sports platform I play every day. It's so easy. All you do is pick more or less on 2 or more player stat projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash right now when you can combine so many different type of sports, whether it's college basketball, professional basketball, baseball, hockey, esports, and much more. They invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. They have weekly promotions like Flex Friday, Taco Tuesday. For example, on Tuesdays, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25%. Provide even more value for your lineups. And I don't want you guys to miss out on the playoff race here in basketball, which Prize Picks is the best way to get in on the action. 3-player entry for tonight's game, as I always do. More than Jason Tatum and Bam Adebayo combined 17.5 rebounds. More than Alec Burks, 2.5 field goals made. I think he's going to hit a couple 3-pointers, maybe a layup in there too. And also take more than Derek White, 2.5 3-pointers made. 3-player entry to win 4 times my money because I took a goblin, but you can customize the way you play. So actually get up to 1,000 times your money. Download the app and join the millions others on Prize Picks today. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. One more time, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Links in the description and live chat of today's video. Prize Picks. Run your... Today's show is sponsored by $5 Picks. Super Chat. Boston had a cakewalk to the finals. Fake champs. LOL. Listen, I'm never going to discredit a NBA champion. A championship's a championship. But you said it, not me. You said it, not me. Ooh, brutal question from Elias here that I want to get on screen as we're about to get this third quarter action back underway. Who sits down when Wiggins is back, Palau or Burks? I don't know how you sit down either of them. I don't. Like, Larson's played unbelievably good over the last couple of games. Burks has been such a difference maker in that starting lineup. I think it's going to be Burks when Duncan Robinson comes back. Now, I would make the argument I'd rather play Alec Burks than Duncan Robinson, but I don't know how you sit down either of the two. The two have been instrumental in the Heat playing a lot better basketball over the past week and a half. Tough question. I can't really give it to you. I'm glad I'm not the man having to make that decision. Out of the timeout, Haywood Highsmith open 3, can't get it to go. That would have been a good opportunity for Miami to quiet this Celtics run, but now Boston gets another opportunity to cut into the deficit more. Tatum, top of the key, gets it over to Cornette. Tatum gets it back. Tatum pull up deep 2, good. And now Jason Tatum's made 2 in a row, and then you have to wonder, well, here we go again. Because we've seen him struggle against Miami and then all of a sudden just make 10 shots in a row. It's a 16-1 Celtics run over the last 3.5 minutes. It's a 6-point game. Doesn't feel like that, but that's what's happening. Burks, top of the key 3. No, this is going to get dicey. And then Haywood Highsmith fouls Jaylen Brown. And we're back. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Oh my God, I just saw on the bottom ticker the Kings are losing to the Wizards in the fourth quarter. Like 4 minutes ago, they're down 8. I mean, Sacramento was playing relatively decent after trading for Zach LaVine, but over the last 3 weeks, they have fallen off of a cliff. Baylor Shireman 3, and it's a 3-point game. The Celtics have made 7 threes this quarter. Burks looking to answer. Pull up midi. Good. It is very big for the Heat to get a bucket on that possession. Tatum bringing it up. Davion Mitchell is going to defend. I don't know what happened there. Tatum makes him fall. Those are inside the Cornet. Now it's Jaylen Brown on the right wing, guarded by Mitchell. Oh, great defense by Davion Mitchell initially. Jaylen Brown barrels over him. No call. Kick out to the corner. 3 no good. Luke Cornett offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Tatum. Tatum's feeling good, and he misses that one, though. And Burks flies in for the board. He get a stop there. And now Adebayo working in the mid-post, facing up on Tatum. Drives baseline. Double team. Kicks it to Larson. Larson drops it back off to Bam. 8-foot baseline jumper is good. So a little 4-0 little burst there by the Heat to put them back up by 7. Big time stuff by that right there by Miami. Jaylen Brown pump fakes a 3 to Cornett, gets it back, pulls up at the elbow, foul and 1. What? Where's the foul? That was crazy. Oh! Are you fucking serious? That was the worst foul call of actually all time. There is no contact. Jaylen Brown literally just moved his head back and flopped. Fucking loser. You wonder why nobody likes the Celtics is because their superstars are the 2 softest stars in the league. They flop, they complain, they whine, they bitch, they moan. It's so annoying. I can't stand them. 4-point Heat lead. Hero checks back in. Guarded by Pritchard. He swoops in, running floater. A lot of contact there, no call. Tatum brings it up over to Pritchard. He resets it over to Jaylen Brown. Brown at the elbow, driving on Hero, spinning. Good defense by Hero. Brown can't knock down the shot, and Tyler grabs the board. Kyle Anderson driving coast to coast. Goes inside. It's tipped out of bounds. It will be Heat ball. 2.5 to go in this third quarter. Heat's lead is 4. Was at one point in this second half 21 points. Kyle Anderson the inbound. Get it out to Mitchell. Mitchell, top of the key, driving on Shireman. Gets inside and scoops home a layup. That quick burst from Davion Mitchell. Oh, so impressive. Lead back to 6 for the Heat with 2 minutes to go. Tatum has it. Getting hounded by Davion Mitchell. I love the physicality. And it forces a turnover. And look, now Tatum's bitching and moaning to the ref because that's what else does he do? If you look at the top 5 players in the NBA that just whine to the refs, Tatum is in that top 5 without a question. I'd put Luka in the top 5. Tatum's in there. Luka's in there. I mean, if you really won through it, like, we could find 5, but those 2 are the headliners. And they teed up Tatum. Good. Hero's getting a free throw out of it. And he knocks it home. Seven-point Heat lead with 2 minutes to go in the third. Inbounded to Davion Mitchell. He'll bring it up. Mitchell left alone. He'll just shoot the 3. And he makes them pay. What a response by the Heat after the lead got to 7. Or 3, excuse me. The Heat answer, and they're back up by 10. Pritchard defending, or has it. Gets it over to Tatum. Tatum doubled. Now Tatum gets single coverage by Hero. Gets inside, swoops in, and gets the layup to go. Even when he scores, he's looking at the ref. I mean, this guy's the worst. Minute 20 to go in the third. Kyle Anderson, top of the key. Over to Davion. He's guarded by Craig. They work it to Anderson. Bam's guarded by Pritchard. Get it to him. Kyle Anderson faked the 3, drives inside, absorbs contact, and will be going to the line for 2. Tatum with the foul. Good slow-mo Euro stuff there to force Tatum to foul. Luke Cornett knows that he's not a good shooter and still fell for that slow pump fake. But yeah, buying a Kyle Anderson pump fake's wild. Kyle Anderson's going to go back to the line here. Knocks down the first. Chance to give Miami a 10-point lead with a minute to go in the third. Anderson, second free throw, hits front rim, but gets the friendly roll. So it's 89-79. Minute to go in this third quarter. Tatum guarded by Highsmith. Ware back into the game. He switches on to Tatum. Tatum, ISO dribbling at the top of the key. Drives on Ware. Gets inside. Rejected! Luke Cornett gets the rebound and puts it back up and in, though. 45 to go. Mitchell, right wing, working on Pritchard. Swings it to Highsmith, to the corner for Anderson. 5 on the shot clock. Kyle Anderson looks at the clock, knows he's got to work. Pull up, free throw line jumper, and he knocks it home. Kyle Anderson, I was unfamiliar with your game. That is now 13 points off the bench for slow-mo Kyle Anderson. 1 second differential shot clock, game clock, so the Heat, if they get a stop here, will enter the third or fourth quarter with a 10-point lead. Tatum gets the switch on the Ware. Step back three. Too strong. And a ball will go out of bounds as the clock expires. Or they're going to review this to see when the clock hit 0 in terms of the ball going out of bounds. So they're going to review to see how much time is on the clock. But the Heat will be going into the fourth quarter with at worst a 10-point lead, which if you told me at the halftime that after leading by 14 at the break, the Heat would be leading by double digits going into the fourth quarter, I would consider that a success. It's just a interesting success because they've got up 22, then only up 3, but then they stabilize it back to 10.
In theory, they survived the Phantom, or the last time Tatum blew up in the third.
They survived the Celtics avalanche. They went on a 19-1 run, and the Heat still lead by 10. So it will be 0.6 seconds on the clock. So chance for the Heat to maybe get off the shot here. Good if it goes for Anderson. Oh, my God, almost went in. It hit front rim. I thought it was going to go in. So that's the quarter. It's fourth quarter time. Spam those fours. Get the paws up in the air. Get the fours in the chat. Pause in the chat. Spam those fours. Let's cycle some through some of the super chats. Hydro Wilson, $2, says perfect collapse. # Cooper Flag. Well, back up 10. Christian with a 5. During LeBron's run with the Miami Heat, had cakewalk runs. I mean, for crying out loud, the Eastern Conference was known as the Leastern Conference. I actually don't think that's accurate. The Eastern Conference was better than the West at that time. You had the Indiana Pacers. You had your own Boston Celtics, who were very good. You had the Chicago Bulls with D. Rose.
The Knicks with Melo.
Like, you forget this Heat were, like, almost eliminated before the finals multiple times. LeBron's legacy was almost like dead because he almost lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Celtics. Clearly not in the ball nowhere.
Quite honestly, in the West, it was the Thunder and the Spurs.
It was the Thunder and Spurs in that time. That was it. There's 2 teams. Young KD and Westbrook and Harden, and then the dominant San Antonio Spurs. And then you had like that's in LeBron's run, they played the Thunder, Mavs, and Spurs twice. There really wasn't a lot of good teams in the Western Conference. There isn't. Was that our last $5 super chat, Justin? Yes, it was. So I owe another 5 push-ups. Keep on spamming those 4s. It is fourth quarter time, but I do owe another 5. This is why you join the Heat Report. This is why you subscribe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do daily Heat content. We do live shows. We do a lot of fun stuff. We drink. We exercise. We talk ball. We do a lot here. So make sure you have hit that sub button if you haven't already. Spam those 4s and subscribe. Yeah, hit that sub button. Let's get to 20,300. We're only 3 away. Let's get there right now. All right, fourth quarter's underway here in Boston. Heat's lead is still 10. Jaylen Brown almost traveled with it. Now gets it over to Pritchard, who kicks it to White for a 3. He can't knock it home. Rebound kicked out by Boston. It's Jaylen Brown now. Brown driving on Highsmith, spinning. What a perfectly timed double team by Davion Mitchell, and he rips it away for the steal. God, he's such a good defender. 9th turnover of the game on Boston, only 4 for Miami. There's a difference in this one. Kyle Anderson, who's played big minutes for the Heat tonight, pick and roll with Hero. Hero gets the switch on the Hauser. 5 on the clock. Hero driving, running floater, too strong off the glass. Rebound down to Boston. Hauser leading the transition opportunity along the left wing, pulls up for 3, and you just have to get up on Sam Hauser anytime he's got the ball. Kyle Anderson lobbing it to Ware inside. Back out to Anderson. He now shows and goes. Crossing over. Kicking it to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell lines up a corner 3. No good there. Rebound Boston. Brown will bring it up the right side. Driving on Highsmith. Euro step. Drop off to Neemias Queta to the corner for Pritchard. 10 on the clock. Pritchard gets the switch with Ware. Now gets it over to Derek White. White lobs it inside to Queta, who is fouled and 1. So the Heat not having a good start to the fourth quarter. The Celtics are on the verge of a 6-0 run. Queta makes the free throw, so it is a 6-0 run. And it's a 4-point lead. Kyle Anderson brings it up. Trying to get it to Hero. Can't. And he just continues to dribble. This whole possession has been Kyle Anderson dribbling. He now drives inside and is fouled. So a bailout for the Heat. I'm not kidding. That whole 19-second possession was Kyle Anderson just dribbling at the top of the key and then driving on Neemias Queta. I mean, he was fouled, but, like, what are we doing? Ironically enough, Kel'el Ware got the offensive rebound even if they didn't whistle a foul. Ten minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Anderson has been huge for the Heat off the bench, and he continues to deliver with a free throw there. How about this starch difference? 34 bench points for the Heat, only 18 for Boston. Make it 35 after that second free throw by Kyle Anderson. Jaylen Brown has it. Plau Larson checks in. He's guarding Brown. Forces a tough spinning fall away. No good. I tell you what, Plau Larson's defense today has been on another level. Transition 3, Hero. Bang! Back up by 9. Hero finally snaps that 0 for 10 streak from beyond the arc dating back to last game. Jaylen Brown driving, cut off by Ware, forces the kick out to Pritchard. Pritchard gets by Davion Mitchell, up and under layup. That was a tough finish by Peyton Pritchard, the likely sixth man of the year. Davion Mitchell working and probing the other way. Kicks it to Anderson. Floater from the free throw line. And it's pure. I mean, where were you when Kyle Anderson single-handedly took down the Boston Celtics? Derek White probing the other way. Gets the switch on the Kel'el Ware. Doubled to the corner for Hauser. Tough three, fading away. No. Rebound tipped around. Gathered by Jaylen Brown, and he sneaks a layup back up and in. Heat's lead remains 7. Kyle Anderson has it. They're running their offense through Kyle Anderson. What a wild concept. He's got it. We thought about a 3. Euro steps now inside. Are you kidding me? Kyle Anderson. I mean, this guy is just dominating the Boston Celtics. Derek White the other way, driving and finishing. Tough little bucket there by Derek White over Pallel Larson. I mean, fuck it. Keep on giving it to Kyle Anderson. They got no answer for him. Guy's got 19 off the bench. Second in scoring for the Heat tonight, only behind Hero. Hero, top of the key, driving on Pritchard. Bumped, fouled, no call, turnover. Celtics the other way. That's a charge. How is there no call there? 5-point game. 24 points for Jaylen Brown. Pallel Larson's driving on Hauser. Up and under move. A lot of contact again. No call. Celtics the other way. Looking to cut into this 5-point deficit. Jaylen Brown pull up 3. No. Rebound. Tyler Hero. Got bailed out there by a bad shot. He'd have numbers 5 on 4. Pushing it. Davion Mitchell lobbing for Ware. Excellent job by the Heat to execute the fast break opportunity when Boston didn't get back on defense. 7-point Heat lead with 7 minutes to go in this one? Good opportunity for Miami to catch their breath. 7:13 remain. We'll actually tell you guys about our sponsor one last time on this show. That is Prize Picks. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks, the daily fantasy sports platform I play every day. It's so easy. All you do is pick more or less on 2 or more player stat projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash right now when you can combine so many different type of sports, whether it's college basketball, professional basketball, baseball, hockey, esports, and much more. They invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. They have weekly promotions like Flex Friday, Taco Tuesday. For example, on Tuesdays, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25%. To provide even more value for your lineups. And I don't want you guys to miss out on the playoff race here in basketball, which Prize Picks is the best way to get in on the action. 3-player entry for tonight's game, as I always do. More than Jason Tatum and Bam Adebayo combined 17.5 rebounds. More than Alec Burks 2.5 field goals made. I think he's going to hit a couple 3-pointers, maybe a layup in there too. And also take more than Derek White, 2.5 3-pointers made. 3-player entry to win 4 times my money because I took a goblin, but you can customize the way you play. So actually get up to 1,000 times your money. Download the app and join the millions others on Prize Picks today. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. One more time, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Links in the description and live chat of today's video. Prize Picks. Run your... Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. It's a good question. It's also our live pinned comment. Who you got? Do you think the Heat hold on to the 7-point win? Or 7-point lead and win? Or y'all got them losing? Well, at least we could say one thing, folks. The Heat have finally gotten over 100 points facing the Boston Celtics. Finally got over the 100-point mark. The previous 3 matchups between Miami and Boston, the Heat scored 85, 89, and 91 points. See ya, Boston. I see Miami. 78% of you guys think the Heat. Remember, Heat led by 14 at the half, 59-45, and led by as many as 22 early in the third quarter. But Boston ended up going on a 19-1 run in the third quarter and scored 36 points. But the Heat still remain up 7. Main one of this one, the bench. Kyle Anderson, Davion Mitchell, Haywood Highsmith, 39 combined points. Those are the only 3 that have come off the bench for the Heat tonight. Out of the timeout, Derek White airballs a 3, tried to quick release it over Davion Mitchell. Hero the other way, swinging it to the corner. Davion's open, but did not shoot it. Has Luke Cornett on him. Calls for an ISO. Uses his speed to drive baseline. Kicks to the corner for Adebayo, who just checked back in. Now to Hero, to Bam. Floater. Good. Excellent offense by the Miami Heat. Attacking the mismatch, kicking to the corner, quick to Hero, create a diversion with a screen, pocket pass to Bam. He's got 16 on the night. Derek White almost turns it over, but Hauser is able to get the pass. Now over to Tatum. Tatum left wing, doubled, kicks it to Cornett, to the corner for Hauser. His three-pointer, not even close, and Adebayo grabs the board. So it's Davion Mitchell, Hero, Bam, Larson, and Ware as the 5 on the floor right now for Miami. Davion Mitchell running the point for the Heat this possession. Gets a screen from Bam. Doubled. Over to Adebayo. Adebayo drops it off to Ware, who is fouled by Jaylen Brown, and the rookie from Indiana will head to the charity stripe for 2. Excellent offense from Miami here, just attacking the double teams of the Celtics, finding Adebayo in the short roll and letting him decide what to do with it, either putting it up or in this last possession, pump faking to the corner and dropping it off to the big man on the baseline. Ware knocks down the free throw. That was one of my biggest knocks on Kel'el Ware early. The 3 biggest things with Kel'el was always his limited strength, his hustle at times, sometimes the low IQ guy, and struggling from the line. And as I say that, he misses, but he went 3 or 4 today. He was shooting about 50% earlier in the year. I think he's a much better free throw shooter late in the year. Heat's lead is at 10, 105-95, under 6 to go. White turns it over. Hero with the steal, read the pass perfectly. Kicks it over to Larson. Larson, left wing 3. Good! The rookie! Doesn't look like no rookie today, folks. 16 points. 3 straight games of 14-plus points for Kel'el. Celtics, Euro-stepping. Tatum, fouled by Ware, and he will go to the line with 5 minutes to go. I just tweeted this out. Kel'el Larson has made me buy back into the Heat. I mean, he's got to continue to play. And even when Duncan Robinson and Wiggins come back, you got to continue to play Larson. I'll make the argument that he should be a starter still. I will. I know you could question the shooting. I'll run a lineup off the bat of Hero, Larson, Wiggins, Ware, and Bam. Duncan Robinson shooter off the bench. I have no problem doing that. Tatum going 1-2 at the line here, so it still remains a 12-point lead for the Heat, 108-96. Larson brings it up, driving on Hauser. He wants the ISO. Kicks out to Mitchell. He's open for 3, and he buries it! And the Celtics need a timeout! 111-96. Heat going into Boston and taking it to the defending champion and the second best record in the Eastern Conference. C's need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. It's getting hot in here. Randy, Tyson, Brandon, Jeremiah, Apachito, Vincent, Christopher, Big Dog, Apachito, Allen, 2 a.m., Sebas, Marcelo, RR, Florida born and raised. The Game Squad. Sulan. Melvin. Ty God. King Jaden. Continue to hit that sub button. We got 1,100 people watching. We're in sub-only mode, so you can only comment if you're subscribed. So if you want to shout out, spam the fireball emojis, because I'll know you're subscribed. Christian, Lanier, Andrew, Kavion, Aaron, Anthony Richardson, Rome March, Alberto, the Game Squad, Manuel, Zan Irving, YRN Buckets, Chase, Macchiato, Lance, Fly, Jorge, Kunai, Michael, Sandy, Jid, Alejandro. Continue to spam those fireball emojis. Hit that sub button. I'm Nic Rohloff. We go live for almost every Heat game. We put out daily content with the Heat. We'll be your number one spot for the play-in, the playoffs, the offseason, draft, trades, free agency. We'll have you covered with everything you need to know around this Miami Heat basketball team. Shout out to Ryan, J.I., Javelin, Alberto. Bam. I love the continuity in the chat. I love it. Everybody's fired up. Everybody's fired up. I said it before the game. If the Heat won today, I'd buy back into the season. In terms of being feisty. I don't think they'd be able to win anything, but yeah. He came into this game 10-point underdogs. Heat play the Grizzlies tomorrow night, second night of a back-to-back in Miami, and then play the Bucks on Saturday and the Sixers on Monday. Final 7 games of the season. Tonight against Boston, Memphis tomorrow, Milwaukee Saturday, Philly Monday, Chicago Wednesday, New Orleans Friday, Wizards Sunday. Out of the timeout, Pallel Larson with the steal! And then is fouled. I think the Celtics just gave up. They did. The Boston Celtics have put in their bench unit with 4.5 to go in this game. Jordan Walsh, J.D. Davison, Baylor Shireman, Heat legend Drew Peterson, and Neemias Queta are on the floor. Wow. I don't know if that's a message being sent by Joe Mazzulla because he didn't like what his starters gave him, or they're just saying this game's over. We're not going to try anymore. We don't want an injury. Well, Bam Adebayo driving on Drew Peterson and gets the easy layup. So the Heat are going to win this ball game because there's just no world where they blow a 17-point lead with 4.5 to go to the Celtics bench unit. Right? Hope not. The Heat are going to win this damn game. Did not see that one coming. Jordan Walsh 3. Air ball. Yeah, this one's... You can go night-night, folks. You can go night-night. Didn't see this coming. Mid-range J for Adebayo doesn't go. J.D. Davison skies in for the run. I tell you what, J.D. Davison has been in the Celtics organization for fucking years. Highly talented player, went to Alabama, didn't have the success he wanted as a true freshman. Was a, I think, late second or early second round pick, and he's just been on the squad for years. Speaking of Davison, he gets inside and lays it up and in. 113.98. Shout out to Daniel Kaya Raiders with a $2 super chat saying, let's go Heat. Appreciate you, Daniel, for super chatting. We also got another one, I think. They pulled it. Hero driving, kicking. It's over to the Mitchell in the corner now. Davion Mitchell calling for a screen from Larson. Gets the screen. Now swings at the Hero. He'll line up a 3. He'll bury it. So Hero with a couple threes here in the fourth quarter. And the Heat's lead reaches 18. Led by as much as 22 early in the third. The game got to a 3-point game, but the Heat never relinquished the lead. Battled back and put the Celtics to sleep. Neemias Queta inside, had great position, just lays it up and in. The Heat's offense has been playing at a very high level over the past week and a half in this win streak, but I did not anticipate them putting up nearly 120 points on the Celtics tonight. Davion Mitchell driving, kicking. Bam is going to try a three. He'll bury it too! 119-100. The Heat looking like a team that could make serious noise. Without Duncan Robinson and Andrew Wiggins tonight as well. Heat legend Drew Peterson knocks down a three as we have 2 minutes to go in this one. Hero gets a screen from Bam. Hero working inside, fouled on the floor, so it will be side out for Miami. I mean, you just got to show love. Like, Hero and Bam played well together today, 23 and 21 respectively, but you got to show love to the other guys. Bilal Larson with 16. Davion Mitchell with 13. Kyle Anderson off the bench with 19. Haywood Highsmith off the bench with double digits. Got to show love to those fellas. Oh, they're going to say Hero's in the act of shooting, so he's getting free throws, and he knocks down the first. (121-103). Baylor Shireman kicks it over to Davison. Davison working, lobbing. Ware just knocks that pass away. It's a steal for the Heat. Davion Mitchell in transition will slow it up and eat some clock as we're officially under 2 minutes to go in this one. Davion, and then we're going to have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. It's a substitution timeout? No? Well, they're going to actually use it as a timeout. But I assume that after this timeout, you will see the bench unit of Miami in the game with a minute 40 and an 18-point lead for Miami. But I tell you what, Heat won today. I know it's early. I'm going to pre-call it, Justin. Spam the W's. I got no issue doing it. Spam the W's, folks. Heat up 18 with a minute 40 to go. Timeout on the floor. Heat go into Boston, avoid the season sweep, losing 4-0 on the year, and get the win against the Celtics, finally eclipsing 100 points against the Celtics, but also getting to 121. I can't even read the chat. I can't even read the chat. We're humming so much. Shout out to all the real ones. I see a Mark. I see a Mason, a Tie Man, a Bam, a Tie God, Mateo, Nick, Gerardo, Mango, Razor. You guys are bringing it. I love the energy in the chat right now. Still have over 1,200 people watching. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Jamie, 2 a.m. You guys are legendary. A $5 super chat from Mr. Gio. Christian, where are you? Don't be hiding now. Mr. Gio says, where you at, Christian? Gotta slap you silly. He was talking wild in the chat today. I might be bought it. Boston Celtics 3, no good. Rebound, Isaiah Stevens. Outlet to Christopher. And he turns it over with a minute 20 to go. So the Heat put in their bench unit of Christopher, Stevens, Jaquez, Highsmith, and I think Kashad Johnson. I know we've seen a lot of them lately because the Heat have had 3 straight blowouts. Blew out the Wizards on Monday. Blew out the, who'd they play on Saturday? The Sixers on Saturday? Wow, wild. Wild. Minute to go in this one. Shireman, corner 3, no good. Rebound, Isaiah Stevens. Got a $5 super chat from Kyle Greer saying, delusional fan mode activated. We can totally take the Cavs in a series. I don't think so, folks, but hey, you never know. Josh Christopher says, line me up with a tray ball. 21-point lead. I know. I already worked out earlier today, and part of my Tuesday or my second workout of the week is deficit push-ups until failure. So not good. Not good. Ball just being knocked around in this one. Drew Peterson kicking it to Davison. Davison run off the three-point line, gets it to Jordan Walsh. Walsh inside, throws it away. Jaquez with the steal. Shot clock turned off, so the Heat can just dribble this one out and win. It's going to be a final of 124-103, a dominant Heat win. It got a little sketchy late in that third quarter, but they ultimately held on, got the win, and will walk out of here with their 6th straight win.
Everybody spam W's in the chat. And if they're still alive, go to the Celtics channel and spam slow-mo.
Love that. Yeah, now that's official. Spam those W's. Shout out to Swish Pods with the $5 super chat saying Heat win. Indeed they did. Indeed they did. Oh, God. Another $5 super chat. I'm in for a world of hurt. Awesome. I can't believe the Heat have won 6 straight games. I mean, it would be one thing, Justin, if they lost 10 in a row, won about like 1-2, lost 1, 1-3, lost 1, and then went on a 6-game win streak. But to go from losing 10 in a row to immediately winning 6 in a row, that just doesn't happen. I said it last stream, Justin, before you chime in. They are the 3rd team in NBA history to lose 10 straight and then win 5 straight directly after. How high will this win streak go? I'm not kidding. If they beat the Grizzlies tomorrow, I think they could beat the Bucks on Saturday. They could end on a 10-game win streak.
Dare I say it? Heat culture is
No.
back.
No Heat culture. Kill that. I'm sick of Heat culture.
They took a look in the mirror and said, we better than that. It's time to get a 10-game win streak going.
Unbelievable. Hold on. If the Hawks lose today, the Heat will be 1 game back of the 7th seed. We're going to be the fucking 7th seed. Oh, my God. We're going to be the 7th seed. We're going to win the first play-in game, and we're going to have to play the Celtics for the fucking millionth time in a row in the play-in or playoffs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shout out to Mango with the $5 super chat. This lineup is gelling. They are communicating and playing some great defense. Well, you know what the main lineup that has been able to do this is this shortened rotation of only about 8 guys, Justin. They're only playing, well, tonight they played for real 8 dudes. They had Hero, Pallel Larson, Burks, Ware, and Bam as their starting 5. And then their 3 guys that they played off the bench was Kyle Anderson, Haywood Highsmith, and Davion Mitchell. Like, they only played those 8 guys for the most of this game. They played very well. What Eric Spoelstra is going to have a tough time doing is bringing back Andrew Wiggins into this group, Duncan Robinson into this group, because to me, you cannot take out Pallel Larson. You cannot take out Alec Burks. But those 2 players in Wiggins and Duncan have been, well, you know Wiggins is going to come back, and he'll be in the starting lineup. So it's a question of, do you take out Burks from that starting group, or do you take out Pallel Larson? But I also don't think, I wouldn't guarantee Duncan Robinson minutes back. I'm sorry. I know he's been good this year at times, but he doesn't play good defense. And the way Burks is stroking it from deep, the way Larson is playing, you can't justify me bringing Duncan Robinson back and taking one of those 2 out of the lineup for him. Can't do it.
Honestly, I think The money's going to play with Wiggins. But after that, Palo Larson needs to be getting the most minutes from the wing position.
Like, I don't know if they consider Larson a 2 or a 3. He's 6'6", but he's improving as a shooter. He does the little things. I get it. If you started Larson with Wiggins, Bam, Ware, and Hero, that group has serious concerns in terms of the ability to shoot the ball and space the floor, which is why I could see them sticking with Burks in that 2-guard role if they decide to keep one of those two in the lineup over Duncan Robinson. But, I mean, the way he has brought it, 3 games in a row of scoring 14 or more points, a career-high 16 points tonight. He hit a couple threes. He played excellent defense on both Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. There's just, to me, no way you can justify taking one of those two out of the lineup. I will continue to say that. There's just no way they can.
Not to typecast him, but he plays some winning basketball. When's the last time we seen the Heat play with that type of intensity since I came on?
Well, Justin, I don't know. I mean, they obviously won the game before, beating the Hornets on that Sunday. But it almost feels like that game against the Warriors, playing Jimmy Butler again, has brought this team together. The winning streak did not start with the Warriors and Jimmy Butler. It started the game prior against the Hornets on that Sunday. But we said it, or you weren't with us actually for that stream, but I said on stream, like, the Heat were playing with a different intensity. They were playing with a different defense, a different purpose. They were locked in as a unit, working hard, diving for loose balls, playing locked in defensively, getting to the offensive end of the floor in the offensive glass, and they just seemed to be working as a cohesive unit. And that was like the first time we could say that in 2 months. And ever since that game against the Warriors, they've just continued doing it. And I said it, I'm not buying into the idea that they're back because they beat teams like Charlotte, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Washington, like bad basketball teams. But you go on the road and beat a Celtics team by 21, and I don't want to hear the injury excuse. Yeah, they're missing 3 key players in Horford, Porzingis, and Jrue Holiday, but they were missing those players earlier in the year when they beat you by double digits each time. That didn't stop them then. You're missing Andrew Wiggins, who's a starting wing for you. That didn't be an excuse for us. So to me, this is the first win where I open my eyes and I'm like, all right, this team might be playing at a different level right now than what we've seen. Shout out to Bengals fan Houday with the $5 super chat. Let's frickin' go. We're fired up here, man. Still 700 people watching. Appreciate everyone tuning in here. We're going to continue to stay alive as long as super chat's coming in. We'll continue to talk about the Heat as a whole, this game, this season. How about this, Justin? And this is the part that intrigues me the most. The Heat got blitzed in the third quarter. They blitzed the Celtics. They went up 22. Then the Celtics went on that 19-1 run. Cut the game to 4. Cut the game to 3. Heat push it back to a 10-point lead. And then what has been a story for the Heat all year long is that their inability to close in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter tonight, outscored Boston 33-22. Just an unbelievable performance in the fourth quarter.
And again, how many times have we seen them take that lead into the fourth quarter and flounder it? This time, you made the team tap out.
I know.
5 minutes ago, you pulling the starters? That's a
well,
message.
yeah, I never saw that coming. Like, listen, I get it. The Boston Celtics don't have much to play for. The Cavs have basically locked up the 1 seed, and the Celtics are basically locked in the 2 seed. But I don't know if I've ever seen a team. It was only 15 with 5 to go. That's not that unthinkable of a comeback. 15 in 5 minutes? Like, that was shocking. The Kid Christian with a $5 super chat saying, we in here, like we said, just got to finish the season strong. Well, Heat have 6 games left in the year. They are 34 and 41. 35 and 41, excuse me. So they can get to 500 if they win out, which would be ending the year on a 12-game winning streak. Because they're at 6 with 6 to go. They play the Grizzlies tomorrow. That's going to be a tough test. They play the Bucks on Saturday. That will be a tough test. But then the last 4 games of the year, the schedule next week, Philly on Monday, probably a win. Wednesday against Chicago, toss-up. And then the last 2 games are on the road against the Pelicans, which you should be able to win that game because New Orleans is horrible, and they shut down Zion and CJ McCollum. And then the last game of the year on the 13th, April 13th, is Sunday, against the Wizards. Like, I don't know if it's the best course of action. I don't know. But either way, with 6 games left, I can confidently say that I think the way I've seen this Heat team play, they're going 4-2 in the final 6, at worst. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. All right. I owe 30 push-ups. Got to be honest, I don't know if I'm ripping off 30 in a row right now. I don't know if I got that in me after the workout today and the push-ups we've already done. I think I could give us 15, and maybe we give it another minute or two, and then I can try to rip off another 15. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. We're going to go off here. This is why you subscribe. We always pay off our debts here at the channel. Let me know when I'm good, Justin. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Feeling good. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, we're stopping there because I don't think I would have been able to get 5 more. So we're going to take a deep breath, and then we'll get into the last 10 here in just a second. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I was getting to 30. We've already done probably 15 or 20 push-ups prior to that. I worked out earlier today, and ironically enough, I think you just guys heard me say it to Justin. Part of my workout earlier today was 2 sets of deficit push-ups to failure. So, we've done a lot of push-ups today. We've done a lot of push-ups today. All right, like I said, we're going to stay live here. If Super Chats keep coming in, we'll give it a minute. If no Super Chats come in, we'll probably do another 10 push-ups and then round out the show. But appreciate the 17,000 people that have tuned in today, the 500 plus that are still watching here. I mean, the vibes around this team has changed a little bit, man. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Anthony Davis got hurt again. Jeez Louise. Okay. So he's not legitimately hurt. I tweeted out that Miami Heat have won their 6th straight game. Someone in response said, let's pump the brakes. Celtics missing Jrue Holiday, Kristaps, and Horford. I'm not going to be dealing with the injury excuse. I'm not doing it. The Heat are missing 3 key rotational pieces in Andrew Wiggins, Jovic, and Duncan. Are they as good as the 3 for Boston? No, but they're as integral to our team as they are for Boston's team. So I don't want to hear it.
Let's be honest. It's not like Porzingis is the poster child for health.
Exactly. I'm not gonna hear it. I'm not doing the injury stuff. Oh, by the way, Barry Jackson gave me bad info. The Heat, if the Hawks lose, the Heat will be 1 spot behind the Hawks for the 8th seed. They are still 1.5 back of the 7. But either way, they're climbing up. No, we're done with the Hawks. No. We play the Grizzlies, Bucks. We play Grizzlies, Bucks, 76ers, Bulls, Pelicans, Wizards. Yeah, we do have a big game against the Bulls. That one will mean a lot, not only for draft standings potentially, but also in the standings. What's it called? Yeah, the play-in standings. So, yeah. All right, no Super Chats have come in, which means we'll round out the show with 10 more push-ups, and we'll get out of here. Great streams tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow. Justin, let me know when we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Second workout of the night. Love it. All right. I'm saying I get the little replay of my form here. You know, that's good form. You guys can never say anything bad about my form in the push-up game. Keep your shoulders with. We get down, we get up. We get down, we get up, baby. All right. That'll do it. We'll be back tomorrow for Heat Grizzlies watch party. Then we'll take a couple games off because I told you guys, bosses pulled a couple streams, but it is what it is. Listen, the world is against the Miami Heat. So is Chat Sports. We tried over here. All right, that will do it for this stream. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. 18,000 strong tonight. You guys were great. Appreciate all the super chats as well. See you tomorrow, folks. Go Heat.